website set up, and we got donations through that, and just by asking people, hey, sponsor me on this. And I got donations from $10 all the way up to $200.
Right.
And I was one of the lower people, and I had like dollars. And there were some people that had $3,000, $4,000 donated, so it was great.
So do you have any ballpark idea of how much was raised altogether? I mean, that just sounds like, if you can raise $700 and you've got all these many who are doing this.
Yeah, and I think it was over 20,000 that we brought in. I don't know an exact number. Unfortunately, I was on call at the hospital, and I didn't get to go to the party they had and hear all that, so I was working.
I know about missing things.
Yeah.
All right, now, I'm really interested in this Ironman thing you did, and this is the first triathlon that you...
Well, not the first triathlon, but it's the first Ironman distance. My goal was, when I started doing triathlons, to do an Ironman distance race by the time I was 40. Well, with schooling and child and everything, those training plans kind of went to the wayside, and I had plans to do one in 2010. And then a coworker of mine, a bunch of us are doing one this year. You ought to jump in with us, and there's plenty of time to train for it, so I did. And I couldn't have asked for a better year to do it. Training, the race, the weather at the race was great, because Louisville can be hot, and it wasn't. It was very mild, and everything was great.
Now, you were with a team, or were you just an individual out there doing that?
I'm in the Iron Gate Triathlon Club, which is a new club that's formed here in Lynchburg for all of triathletes. And we all went together, and it was like 28 of us that did this. And some of the club members did Lake Placid, which was in July. So we all went down there, a lot of support, spouses and family, and had a good time.
So you take your family with you, and it sort of makes a mini vacation for them?
Yes, I have to take them with me where I go. I need them. I need the support. And seeing them during this race, Ironman in 12 hours, 26 minutes, and I needed to see them. So it helped me get through. It was a tough day, but fun.
Where did that bring you in with the crowd?
Oh, geez. Well, the winning time was, 8 hours, and so I was way back there somewhere.
Yeah, but you did it. And I still think, for those people in our audience who are not really familiar with what a triathlon is, Can you tell them what all is involved with that?
Yes, the triathlon is 3 disciplines. You're swimming, you're biking, and you're running. And you have different distance races you can do, from the sprint up to the Ironman. The sprint, the Olympic distance, which is also the international distance, and then you have the half Ironman, and then the Ironman distance. And the half Ironman is just what it is. It's half of the distance of the Ironman. The Ironman is a 2.4 mile swim with a 112 mile bike and a 26.2 mile run, and then half is half of all those, and on down, so forth.
How you do that?
Well, the first time I ever did one, the sprint, it's like a 700-yard swim, and like a 15-mile bike and a 3.2 mile run. And the first time I did that, I just thought, wow, I've done something.
That's great.
Then when you set your sight further and a little further, it's amazing what you can do.
I'm sure it's a tremendous sense of accomplishment.
It is.
After doing something like that, even if you don't win or you don't place, just getting out there and doing it has to be, to make you really pumped up. And
it's like the benefit rides. When you're out there with all many people, there's 3,000 people in that. You always see someone, you're always talking to someone, and someone's always coming by saying, "Come on, good job," and it helps a lot.
Didn't you have a situation that somebody here had a shop that burned down or something?
Yeah. Blackwater Bike Shop, and that's the team I used to race with, and his shop burnt down. And we had a little ride. Actually, we had a benefit ride for the skate shop that was next door to him, because unfortunately he was in the process of moving his store, so he didn't have insurance at the time of the fire, and whatever inventory he had left there he just lost. So we had a benefit ride for him as well, to raise some money to help him out, because he's got a wife and kid, and he needs to get his feet.
Right. We only have about 2 more minutes, but there was one thing I wanted to ask you, because I think it's such a wonderful answer. Somebody asked you what your biggest fear was,
Yes.
and your answer was?
Yeah, my biggest fear is that when I'm dead and gone, my wife will buy bikes and all my equipment for what she thinks I paid for them. 'Cause, you know, you come home and it's a nice bike. Well, what did you pay for that? Well, she knows better, though.
I thought that was a wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful comment that you made. You said you have some exciting stuff coming 2010, and if you
Yes.
can just tell us real quickly what
Well,
it is.
the new cycling team that I'm on, and then there's a big race in October that I'm thinking about doing, which is a double Ironman, so it's double the distance of the Ironman. So I'm just waiting to make a decision, but just a lot of racing.
Well, I think that's wonderful, Paul. And I do thank you for being my guest. And if anybody is interested, just contact me at lynchburglivenow@aol.com, and I'll pass along your questions to Paul.
Yes, a local bike shop, and they can get you in touch with who you need to talk to.
Yeah. Or if you're interested in doing some competitive biking of your own.
Yep.
Please stay tuned. We have some excellent shows coming up. I've already got some planned for this new year. Next show is going to be the McKenzies, who are a two-person band, and they're going to be playing some of their original music for us. So stay tuned. I think we've got some stuff for everybody. Please have a happy new year. Thank you for joining. Good night.